People look at you now. The pause before they speak. The tight breath. The quiet shock sitting behind their eyes. They heard the story. Maybe not from you. Maybe from whispers that traveled faster than truth ever does. And now they're staring at someone they thought would be gone by now. Someone they assumed would fold. Someone they were sure would disappear quietly into the background of someone else's life. But you didn't. You're still here, standing, breathing, thinking, watching. Oh, they cannot understand how you survived what was designed to break you. They saw how you were treated. The dismissal, the disrespect, the slow erosion of your confidence, piece by piece, moment by moment. Not loud enough to make headlines, just steady enough to wear a person down. They expected you to shrink, to doubt yourself, to accept less, to start believing the small version of yourself they handed to you. That was the plan. Make you question your worth. Make you question your voice. Make you question your sanity. No, no, no. Something inside you refused to sign that agreement. Here's what unsettles them the most. You didn't just survive it. You're sharper now. Quieter. More observant. Your smile changed. Not fake. Not loud, just knowing. You listen differently. You move differently. You no longer explain yourself to people who already decided not to understand. That calm look in your eyes, it didn't come from peace. It came from pressure. From nights you sat alone, replaying everything, trying to make sense of nonsense, trying to find logic in behavior that had none. They thought confusion would weaken you, but it trained you to see through everything. They don't realize what endurance does to a mind that refuses to collapse. It builds layers, awareness, boundaries, precision. You learn the patterns, the tone shifts, the subtle digs disguised as jokes, the promises that evaporate, the way respect was always coming later. You studied it all without meaning to. Because when you're in survival mode, observation becomes instinct. Now you can read a room in seconds. You can sense sincerity before a word fully lands. Nah, you are not naive anymore, and that makes people uncomfortable. Some of them feel guilty. Not because they helped hurt you, but because they watched. They saw enough to know something wasn't right, and they said nothing. Silence is easier when the target isn't you. But now you walk past them with composure they don't feel inside themselves. You carry strength they didn't have the courage to build. Your presence is a reminder of what you endured, of what they tolerated, of what they might still be tolerating in their own lives. That reflection stings, quietly, constantly. Oh, they didn't expect your survival to become a mirror. The pain stops being a wound and starts becoming a weapon of awareness, not against people, against patterns, against the cycles that once trapped you. You're no longer reacting the same way. You're not jumping to defend yourself. Not scrambling to prove your worth. You've stepped back, watching, measuring, choosing your responses instead of leaking your energy into situations that never deserved it. That restraint, it's power, quiet, controlled, precise. The ones who mistreated you can feel it. They don't have access to you like before. No more emotional reactions they can twist. No more long explanations they can interrupt. No more second chances handed out like free samples. Your silence now has weight. Your distance has meaning, and they're confused. because the old buttons don't work anymore. The tricks feel dull. The manipulation falls flat. Nah, you didn't become cold. You became clear. Clarity is dangerous to anyone who benefited from your confusion. You see motives faster now. You recognize when effort is real and when it's just performance. You no longer confuse attention with respect or words with actions. That shift alone changes everything. Because once you see the game, you stop volunteering to be a piece on the board. You start moving with intention. You start choosing environments that don't drain you. You start protecting your time like it actually matters, because it does. And let's talk about that strength you built in private. The nights you had to calm your own thoughts. The mornings you had to get up and function while carrying emotional weight no one could see. That wasn't weakness. That wasn't weakness. That was training. You were building endurance most people never develop because they run from discomfort the second it appears. You didn't run. You stayed. You felt it. You processed it. You learned from it. Pain. Tried to bury you, but it ended up educating you. Now your presence speaks before you do. There's a steadiness in you, a grounded energy that doesn't beg to be liked. You don't rush to fill silence anymore. You don't perform for approval. And that unsettles people who are used to controlling the narrative, because you are no longer reacting to their version of you. You are living from your own understanding of yourself. That is freedom without noise. Strength without display. Confidence without announcement. Here's the truth. They can't accept. What they put you through didn't reduce you. It refined you. Pressure didn't crush you. It revealed your structure, your values, your limits, your standards. You learned exactly what you will never tolerate again. And once a person reaches that point, there is no going back to smaller thinking, no returning to environments that require you to shrink, no accepting treatment that costs you your peace. No. That door is closed for good. So when they look at you with disbelief, let them. When they whisper about how you changed, smile calmly. Growth always looks strange to people committed to staying the same. You are not here to make them comfortable. You are here to live with self-respect, with awareness, with strength built from experience, not fantasy. And this next chapter of your life, it's not about proving anything to anyone. It's about moving forward with lessons carved into your mindset, boundaries locked in place, and a future shaped by choice, not survival. Awareness without action is just memory. And you did not go through all of that just to become a historian of your own pain. You went through it to build judgment, instinct, standards that don't bend just because someone smiles at you. You feel the shift now, in conversations, in decisions, in the way you no longer rush. You evaluate. You pause. You choose. That pause right there, that is where your new power lives. People will test the new you. Not always on purpose. Some out of habit. Some out of curiosity. Some hoping the old version is still hiding somewhere they can reach. They'll say little things, do little things, push small boundaries to see if the door is still unlocked. But it isn't. You notice faster now. You respond calmer now. You walk away sooner now. Nah, you don't need dramatic exits when quiet distance says everything. And don't mistake this calm for weakness. This is controlled strength. Before you reacted from emotion, now you respond from understanding. That difference changes outcomes. You're not trying to win arguments anymore. You're protecting your energy. You're not trying to fix people who enjoy being broken in the same ways. You're investing where effort is returned. You're building connections that don't require you to shrink just to keep the peace. That is not selfish. That is self-respect in motion. There will be moments when the past tries to echo. A memory, a tone, a situation that feels familiar in the wrong way. Your chest might tighten for a second. Your mind might flash back. That's normal. That's your awareness checking the environment. But here's the difference now. You don't freeze. You don't ignore the signal. You listen to it. You adjust. You remove yourself if needed. What once trapped you now serves as an early warning system. And as you keep moving like this, something else happens. Your standards stop being words and start becoming lifestyle. You naturally drift away from chaos, from drama disguised as excitement, from people who only show up when they need something. Your circle gets smaller, calmer, realer. Not because you hate people, but because you finally understand the cost of letting the wrong ones stay too long. Peace stops being a luxury and becomes your baseline. Some will say you've become distant, hard to read, hard to reach. Let them say it. They are describing the loss of access, not the loss of your warmth. The right people will still feel your kindness, your loyalty, your depth. But now those things are earned, not extracted. Oh, that difference changes who even dares to come close. And now we reach the moment most people never get to see. The rebuild after the storm. The phase where you are no longer defined by what hurt you, but by how deliberately you move because of it. This is where discipline replaces emotion, where standards replace hope, where your future is no longer a reaction to pain, but a design built from hard-earned awareness. You are not drifting anymore. You are choosing. Every environment, every conversation, every commitment. That level of intention changes the entire direction of a life. You don't chase closure anymore. You don't need apologies you may never receive. You don't wait for people to finally understand what they did. That chapter taught you enough without their explanation. The lesson was never in their words anyway. It was in their patterns. And now you recognize patterns early. You move accordingly. You save yourself time, energy, and emotional wear that used to feel normal. Chaos is no longer familiar territory. It's a warning sign. Look at how differently you carry yourself now. Your reactions are measured. Your trust is earned slowly. Your yes means something because your no is finally real. That balance makes your presence valuable. People can sense when someone is no longer desperate for approval, when someone is grounded in self-respect. It creates a quiet authority. You're not loud, you're not forceful, but you are clear, and clarity makes people adjust their behavior around you without you saying much at all. There's also a new kind of patience in you. Not the old patience that tolerated poor treatment while hoping things would improve. This is strategic patience. You watch actions over time. You let people reveal who they are without interrupting the process. You no longer rush to label someone good just because they were nice once. Consistency is your new measure. Effort is your new proof. Observation has become your greatest advantage. And here's the powerful part. You're no longer afraid to outgrow people. Before, you held on too long. You tried to carry connections that were already fading. You overextended your energy, trying to keep things alive that had already served their purpose. Now you understand that not everyone is meant to come with you into your next phase. Some were lessons, some were warnings, some were temporary chapters. Releasing them is not bitterness, it's alignment. As you move forward like this, doors open differently, opportunities feel healthier, relationships feel balanced. Your life starts to reflect your standards instead of your wounds. That shift doesn't happen by accident. It happens because you stopped negotiating with behavior that drained you, because you chose self-respect over familiarity, because you finally believed that peace is not something you earn by suffering first. No. Peace is something you protect through boundaries. So when people look at you now with disbelief, let them. They are witnessing the result of pressure, met with awareness, of pain turned into precision, of someone who refused to stay small just to make others comfortable. You didn't just survive what happened to you. You used it. You let it shape your judgment, your strength, your future direction. And from this point forward, every step you take is not about proving your worth to the world. It's about never again forgetting it yourself. Now is the moment where survival becomes mastery. Not mastery over others, mastery over yourself. Every choice you make now carries weight, because you've seen what happens when people manipulate, dismiss, or underestimate you. You've felt it, you've lived it, you've survived it, and now every step is intentional, every word measured, every relationship evaluated. You no longer stumble blindly. You navigate life like someone who knows exactly what matters and what will poison their energy. That's a power most never get to feel. And make no mistake, your presence alone is a signal. You don't need to shout. You don't need to explain. You just exist, and the world immediately recalibrates. People who once mocked or doubted you sense the shift. They can feel that you are not the same. Your silence carries authority. Your calm carries clarity. Your focus carries boundaries they cannot breach. They can no longer reach you with the old tactics. The person they used to control is gone. This is the stage where you begin to play by your own rules. The lessons of the past become strategies for the future. You recognize patterns before they unfold. You detect insincerity before it lands. You prioritize what is worth your time and energy. You no longer chase approval or validation because you already know your value. That awareness is magnetic. It draws the right people and repels those who would drain you. Every decision becomes a test. Is this person, place, or choice aligned with the strength you've earned, or is it a trap disguised as opportunity?